You can hear the roar here in Oklahoma City. It's New York facing Oklahoma City. Buckle yourself, buddy. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, and here with me today, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. So the New York starting five. Anthony out there with Porzingis. Then it's Vujacic. Then there's Robin Lopez. And it's Calderon in at the one spot.
Oklahoma City foul.
And there's the call on Durant. That's his first foul. And here's Anthony for three. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Out of hand on it. Westbrook passes to Roberson. Back to Westbrook. Fires the three. Westbrook missing again. Vujacic kicks to Lopez. And that one's good.
And he's starting to get what he wants here early and often. Nice move. And for long stretches of the season, the Thunder, they had a short bench early on due to injury and just having a short rotation. They did change things up, though, as they went through that regular season.
Back to Ibaka. For three, Westbrook. And again, Oklahoma City, no good.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And Anthony gets it to go. Well, for the Thunder, Greg, you're talking about, they did have to go to their bench more and more. And Clark, as the season wore on, their bench players were playing a lot of minutes.
Yeah, actually, they ended up in the top 10 in bench minutes played. The trades they made at the deadline helped bring depth to the team, and they took advantage of it.
And really, just a lack of awareness on his part. Just no idea he was right near the line.
Well, Thunder have got a paltry 0 of 6 from the field here in what's been a very difficult start for them. It's Westbrook with the drive. Oh, and he misses the dunk. Down low. And Anthony with the basket on the assist by Vujacic.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
Westbrook against Calderon. And Ibaka kicks to Roberson. Back to Ibaka. Shot clock at 6. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It will be 3 points if he converts at the line.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
Anthony missing again. From deep. Durant, no good.
You know, and Billy Donovan, the Oklahoma City Thunder, were able to pull him away from the college game last season, signed him to a 5-year deal in the middle of last year's playoffs. You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control the team's transition.
Now here's Durant. From deep three-point range. That doesn't go either for Durant. And for Billy Donovan, we were talking about him. He had been with Florida for so long, the Gator program built by him. It'll be a big change. He had been thinking about it, though, before. He almost took, remember that, Greg, the Magic job back in 2007?
You know, there was a change of heart for him with the Orlando gig. And Donovan's done nothing but win at Florida, and he'll have that same pressure to succeed with the high expectations with the Thunder.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
Durant with another miss.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Porzingis passes to Vujacic. It's stolen by Adams.
And he's clearly just disappeared here this quarter, not making any contributions here with his offense.
And, Greg, it's been hard to watch. I mean, you can see his frustration. He's actually looking forward to the end of this period so he can have a fresh start for the next one.
To the middle. Off the pick. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him. Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that.
Just floating to the rim on that slam.
Boy, when he gets up and stays
Man,
up.
you could clock his hang time with an hourglass.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on him.
Dishes to Robertson. Pulls up on the wing. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. The 3 from Anthony. Over Westbrook. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And we reached the end of the first quarter. Knicks lead by 5. We've got more in store for you right after this. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Knicks?
A lot of tough D being played by them so far. It's been the difference maker.
Greg, no uncontested shots for the most part. That's why they've had success.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So for Oklahoma City right now, Boyle is out there with Dion Waiters. And it's Durant. Then it's Kyle Singler. And it's Cantor in the pivot, manning the middle. Durant attacking. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over.
What do you do with that guy? With his handles, he abuses defenders.
Well, Clark, what can you say about the Knicks last season? They had a lot of trouble on their road trips, among other things.
Well, especially on the road. I mean, only managed to get 7 road wins on the season, Kevin.
And he gets the bucket. And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Here's Grant. Cannot hit. Excellent D from Cantor.
Yeah, credit the D there. Got his hands up and made sure he wasn't comfortable on the release.
Sure did. Stayed real snug on it and didn't allow him the space he needed to get a good shot off.
New York on D, leading by 5.
Boy, I tell you what, the complexion of this game would be completely different if he'd shot the ball anything like he's capable of.
A follow, that's good.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the 3 in transition.
Williams against Durant. The long distance 3 is buried. Durant's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And they're just raining threes on both ends.
Boy, I love the answer. You come at me with the 3, I'm coming right back with my own triple.
Back to Grant. 3-pointer. The offensive rebound. Here's Serafin. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Solid job by them on the glass here tonight. +8 in rebounding.
You know what? That rebound has always been a critical element of the game, and that's why they are now understanding how to win.
Follow again, Singler. Grant, right side. Just 5 to shoot. Williams' shot is off. Picked away. Durant with the steal. On up the court. That one's in there. The Knicks lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Foy.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Grant, that's good.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
And a new group in here for the Thunder. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Cantor. Ibaka comes in for Kevin Durant. Anthony Morrow's checked in for Kyle Singler. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Randy Foy. And then for New York, Robin Lopez is checked in for Kevin Serafin. Porzingis comes in for Derek Williams. And it's Carmelo Anthony in for Langston Galloway. Just 4 to shoot. Waiters. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. It's been said time and time again that playing in Oklahoma City is one of the tougher places to play in the league. Last year we saw it as well. This place, Greg, gets so loud when the Thunder are rolling.
And even though the Thunder missed the playoffs, the Chesapeake Energy Arena was as loud as ever. Really helps when you are the show in a city.
Got a piece of it. The drive by Anthony. Whoa! Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying Clark to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, Clark?
Yeah, I would have to say there are a lot of questions right now from a defensive standpoint. That's for sure. Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket?
And he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant one there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on him.
Greg, I agree. He better be on his best behavior from now on. One more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here. Roberson, he's checked in for Dion Waiters. Sasha Vujicic is checked in for New York. Calderon, no good.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky right there for the D. And that's some inspiration. Steals, blocks, and a big dunk. Those are ways that you can really change the momentum in a game.
Well, they got to chip away, Clark, at that deficit, and no doubt that'll help.
And that's what he's out there for, guys. I mean, he is an electrifying player, no doubt.
Knocks down the 3 ball. Calderon's got 7.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Yeah, and that field goal percentage zooming upwards is now above 50%, which is pretty strong. Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out, almost like the 1-2 punch.
Anthony. Got it off in time, but it's no good. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. It's the Knicks, up by 7. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports. The second half just about to get going here. Look at Jose Calderon. He's been really playing well.
And his play in that first half, how about the discipline to go along with the efficiency, guys? His shot selection was just perfect.
I agree. I mean, whether it's been from mid-range or in tight, he is taking only what the defense is giving him and not trying to do too much. Very much playing within himself.
All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. Look at Jose Calderon. He's been really playing well.
And the thing I noticed most in that first half was his offense. He was not wasteful with his opportunities and also did a great job of converting with the chances he had.
I agree with you, Greg. Judicious shot selection. All of his looks were good looks.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Kurt Rambis. They've got Anthony. Porzingis is out there with Robin Lopez. Then it's Vujacic, and it's Calderon in at the 1.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Pass to Roberson. Looking for Adams. He gets it there. It's rebounded by New York. Lopez has got his 5th rebound in this one.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead. We've just seen them make mistakes on back-to-back trips. But those turnovers could have been avoided. Careless mistakes.
Absolutely. They have got to get a tighter handle on the ball.
Last season ended with the Knicks pretty much packing it in, but Clark, it didn't start out that way.
You know what? Not at all. I mean, the Knicks were picked by many, Kevin, to be a playoff team last season. Clearly, things did not go as planned.
A different look for New York. Aaron Aflalo, he's checked in for Vujacic. And it's Grant in for Jose Calderon.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
And it became clear, thinking about the Knicks again, I mean, it made sense for a team with injuries and being in disarray on the floor to just battle for that lottery. A bit over-eager right there. Left his feet too early.
Yeah, and if you're already boxed out like he was, just back up. Because if you don't, you're going to get called for the over-the-back foul every time.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Cantor comes in for Steven Adams, and it's Waiters in for Andre Robertson.
You know, kind of packing it in for the sake of being better in the future can possibly work in New York for a year or two, but not longer than that. The media will eat you up there if you don't start making some progress towards winning, pleasing basketball.
I mean, the Knicks were bad last year, and it became evident early on. As the season grew older, more and more of their national coverage games were being pulled.
Randy Foye, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. And then for New York, Derek Williams comes in for Porzingis, and Langston Galloway subbed in for Carmelo Anthony. Durant for 3. It's rebounded by New York. They've led by as much as 10. For the Knicks, losing a lot of nationally televised games, too. It seemed like every time they were on, they were losing. It might have been a blessing in disguise.
Well, I hope they look at it in a positive vein. It did give them a chance to focus on player development there in New York. It also allowed them to shut down Melo for the season.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
From deep Aflalo, and the foul called on Kevin Seraphin. That is his first foul of the game. And so here is Oklahoma City. They trail by 3. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Good.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing them. 4 of the last 5 makes coming from long range.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. Well, you look back on the Thunder last season, and the theme was injury. Too many injuries to the bulk of their core.
And, you know, the big 3, Durant, Westbrook, and Ibaka, all missed significant time. Only Westbrook of those 3 was able to finish the season.
Porzingis, he's checked in for New York.
And listen, those injuries really did the Thunder in. I mean, at no time during the season did they ever really get a chance to gel and play any stretch of games with their entire roster.
You know, every franchise will have a year that is just lost to injuries. I mean, it happens. The hard part of it for the Thunder is that it happened while so many of their stars are in their prime.
Waiters dishes to Ibaka. Back to Waiters. Whoops, they pick off the pass. And now, in transition, it's a Afflalo. Here we go. From the wing. That's good. Afflalo's got 12 points in the game.
And he should thank the team for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
Here's Cantor. Offensive rebound. Outside for Durant. From downtown, the rebound by Grant.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costly.
Kicks it to Williams. The pass to Porzingis. Can't get it to go. And the Thunder going the other way now.
They have a 2-for-1 situation if they go quick.
Yeah, I don't think they have to rush, though, Greg. Just need to find a good shot this time.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Battles through traffic and lays it in. And the Knicks lead by 5.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They've decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
Ibaka. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Knicks lead by 5. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter. And if it's anything like the first 3, we should be in for a treat. The Knicks leading by 5. The rugged duo of Ibaka and Adams in the middle. Russell Westbrook out there with Andre Robertson. And it's Morrow in the 3 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. The shot's good from Westbrook.
Big time bucket there, and you can expect to see him stay very involved the rest of the way.
And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's foul number 2 for him. On defense, Oklahoma City really left alone that time.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
Yeah, 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have come from beyond.
And the basket by Morrow.
The defenders need to recognize and be alert to staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Calderon against Westbrook. Calderon, that's good.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Outside Westbrook. Ibaka with the screen on Calderon. And Westbrook, here we go. Feeds it to Ibaka. The dish to Morrow. Tries again. Got a piece of it. And he's able to get it back. Clock at 6. Takes the 3. Here's Adams. Outside Anthony. Pass to Porzingis. There's the 3.
Get the sound.